Hello, my name is Sergey Pluzhnikov. I am CTO of Movicom, and I'm going to present you a system of winches that can be used in concert halls and theaters. And these winches provide the vertical movement of microphones and speakers within the theater. The system consists of three main components: the microphone reeler, that can be used for microphones with weight up to 1 or 2 kilograms. The speaker reeler, that can be used for speakers with up to 10 kilograms of weight. And the control system. All winches are combined into a single network, and they are controlled from a server that can be installed in a server room. And as a user interface, a tablet can be used, or a tabletop PC, or some commands from a third-party software can be integrated into the system. Both winches use specially designed cables for these devices. For the microphone, we use a star-quad quadrupole cable that is a standard for the industry, and the thickness is 3.5 millimeters. For the speaker cable, we use a specially designed cable, and it has a special integrated Kevlar wire to hold the weight of the speaker with a breaking strength of 150 kilograms. Then there are two speaker power wires and two signal wires in a separate shielding. The connections of both winches are identical, except for the audio part. For microphone, we use standard XLR3 connectors. For the speakers, we use Phoenix contact connectors that are certified for up to 48 volts of power voltage for the speaker. The winch is powered through a power con. The control goes through Ethernet, and we can use the second pair of connectors to connect the winches in chain. The serial interface can be used either for control of the winch or to connect some optional hardware, for example, height meter with a laser. Both winches have a covered compartment, and you can find buttons for manual control of the winches there. And these connectors are used to connect remote controls with up and down buttons. And these buttons can be connected to several winches and control them at the same time. The winches can be mounted in standing positions, like this, and we have holes on the sides to fix them, or they can be hanging from the ceiling, and for this we can use rings, and they have holes on top, or we can use such clamps to attach the winches to some structures of the ceiling. So now we have a powered winch and connected to the computational server. As I said before, the server is just a standard computer that goes to 19-inch rack. And even without connection to the server, we can always control the winch with the buttons, and we have now borders set up. But the main control interface is usually through a special software, and in this case I will launch it on this tablet. In the software you can load the map of the real venue, and you can drag it and zoom in, zoom out. And then we place the points of the winches to the points on the map that correspond to the real placement of the winch. Here we have a number with the indication of the current height of the winch. Now we can move it lower, or we can move back. So it changes the height. And if you need, you can set the height with the numbers in this field. If we have multiple winches in this hole, we can group them into groups and then use this interface for quick selecting the group, and then we can set the desired position or speed for the whole group at the same time. So if we had two or more winches, and now they would come to the same position with this single command. And of course, positions of the winches can be stored to presets. The presets are here in the line on the top, and one preset can store position for one winch, several winches, or for all winches in the venue. And to apply the preset, we just press its name and then confirm, and then it executes. Or we can do it once again, confirm, and it goes up. Mainly in some applications, using just 2 or 3 presets will be the main task of this interface, and but it will be convenient and just done in 2 or 3 clicks. And if you use some third-party software to control all your mechanics in the hole, then we can integrate with it. So it will just send us a command to execute a preset, and the preset will be applied. In this software, we can use the single controller for multiple holes. For example, if you have several stages in your venue, and we can switch between several of them with this menu. Well, now we have only one, and we press the concert hole, and this is this hole. Then we have an interface to manage presets. We can check all the presets that we have. We can edit them, so we see that there is one winch and there is one value for this winch. If the system is used in multiple shows and you need different presets for each show, we can combine the presets into a bundle. We can go to preset and load bundles, and we can see that there is a first bundle with many presets, and there is a second bundle which has only one preset, and we can load it, and we can use these presets for this show. In the settings, the interesting thing is that we can choose how the height is displayed in the application. Currently, we were working with the height which was showing the cable length available from the winch. And if we choose the second option, now the software shows the height of the microphone above the floor. And we can set the floor height for each winch, of course, and the height of the winch placement. The last thing to show is the use hand button. If I enable it and I want to move the winch, it will not move until I press this warning button. It's like a safety button. So now I can run the winch only when I have 2 fingers pressed. And this is done especially to prevent from an undesired movement. So this is a safety feature. So these are the main features of our software, and we think it is quite intuitive and easy to use. And if you have any further questions, feel free to contact us. We will be glad to help you.